Hello students, how are you? Our question now is question 13. It says, by what factor drift speed of charge carriers in a wire changes if the diameter of the wire halved, assuming current remains the same? We have solved a similar question before when they said that the diameter will be doubled, but here something changed, which is the diameter will be halved. Okay, so they say that the second diameter is actually half the first diameter. Okay, and this means that the second radius is also half the first radius. Okay, we know that the speed is given by this formula: v equals to I divided by number density multiplied by the area multiplied by the charge of one electron. And since the radius or the diameter is changing, it means the radius is changing, which means the area is changing, and this will cause a change in the drift speed. That's why at the beginning I have area 1 and V1. Okay, I can write this formula as follows: V1 equals to current divided by number density multiplied pi r1 squared, which is the area, multiplied by the charge of one electron. So I can write the second speed v2 after the change. Okay, it's going to be I number density multiplied pi r2 squared multiplied by the charge of the electron. Okay, now instead of r2 I put half r1, because the relation between r2 and r1 is like this: r2 equals half r1. So I write here v2 equals, and pay attention here that the squared will be for the half and for the r. Now we will see. So I divided by number density multiplied pi. Instead of r2 I put half r1, close the bracket, and squared. Okay, multiply the e. Okay, so I will have here current number density divided by number density pi. The squared is for the half, and for the r1 it's going to be 1 by 4, okay, multiplied r1 squared multiple e. And the same I did before. Okay, now I separate this fraction in the denominator. I separate it, okay, from the total fraction. Okay, so v2 is going to be 1 by 4, okay, multiplied current by number density pi r1 squared multiple e. Okay, so this one I divided n pi r1 squared e is actually from here. From this one we found it is actually the first drift velocity. Okay, we call this an equation 1. So basically it's the same. As you can see, it is the same. So instead of this fraction I put v1. So here v2 equals, of course here 1 by 4 I can put it in a calculator. It's actually 4, okay, multiple v1. Instead of this fraction I put v1. Okay, so we notice here that when we have the diameter, so the drift velocity will increase by 4 times. Okay, I hope it's understood. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.